Hey guys, today I'm talking about the Lumen. If you don't know, this is a metabolism measuring device. It can tell you if you're mainly burning carbs or fat, depending on the CO2 levels in your breath. There's a ton of science behind it. It's very cool. I particularly love it because I've been on a weight loss journey. Now I'm trying to maintain. I do intermittent fasting. And I love that it can tell me where I'm at when it comes to burning fat versus burning carbs. It can tell me how my body is responding to food, how my body is responding to intermittent fasting. It's a much less invasive option to see how your body is responding to your blood sugar than pricking your finger or wearing one of those arm implants. I feel like this has been perfect for me because I'm a non-diabetic, so I don't feel like I need to be pricking my finger or have a more like invasive device on my arm. But I do want a direct look into how my body is doing, how it is metabolizing, how intermittent fasting is going, how it is digesting my food, if it's successfully switching from burning carbs to burning fat. So everyone, when you eat, your blood sugar kind of hikes and you're kind of burning carbs, and then hopefully you go back down to fat burning. If you have PCOS like I do or are insulin resistant, that doesn't always happen well. So devices like these can be really, really helpful. My story is also that I was on a GLP-1. I was on a GLP-1 for 6 months. The last month and a half of my journey, I was using my Lumen, and it was just really, really helpful. On my GLP-1 journey, I was really trying to change my lifestyle habits. I tried to eat high protein, low carb. I did intermittent fasting. I did strength training. And this just really helps me get a picture on how my body was doing. Off of a GLP-1, this is also a really helpful tool for intermittent fasting, doing a check-in, see where my metabolism is at, see how my body is responding to stress, see how my body is metabolizing food. So if it's been 2 hours since I ate, it's nice to know how my body handled that. This has definitely been a really nice tool for me. Let's talk about what it is. It is a metabolism measuring device. It measures the CO2 in your breath. After a reading, it will provide you a percentage of how much fat versus carbs you are burning. I'm gonna do a quick demo of a reading. So I'll just take the cap off and pull up my app. So here is my Lumen. I did have a snack about an hour ago, so I'm expecting to probably be a little carb heavy, which would be just fine. So it's telling me to turn on my Lumen. I just turned it on. I have not charged it in a really long time, and it's at 90%, so the battery lasts a really long time. It's warming up. You get the hang of the breathing in and breathing out. Okay, so it says I'm burning 65% fat and 35% carbs, which is great. I did do a weight workout this morning, so my metabolism switch seems to be going well since I did eat about an hour ago and I'm already burning fat again. Some fat burn is crucial to weight loss. So if you're only ever burning off carbs, then some lifestyle changes may be helpful to you to be burning fat sometimes. Now, its app is something that I absolutely love. I think the app is just so incredibly helpful. So it suggests you do a morning reading. I like to do it before I eat in the morning since I do intermittent fasting. So something my Lumen has taught me is that at around 15 hours of my intermittent fast, I am almost always burning mostly fat. So I love that. If I take it at 14 hours, because maybe like based on my day, I want to eat at 14 hours, then it can give me a really good insight if my body actually was burning fat that soon. Usually it is. Sometimes if I had a carb heavy dinner the night before, or if I didn't sleep well, or if I'm experiencing a lot of stress that day, it will be higher. Also, based on my cycle, it might be higher. So women who have cycles near their period are high in progesterone. And when you're high in progesterone, a lot of times you're burning off of more carbs, which is fine. So just tracking your cycle is helpful to know, not to worry about it that much, that during that time of your cycle, the app will actually allow you to track your cycle. It'll tell you what day you're at in your cycle if you do have cycles, which I think is so incredibly helpful. And it can give you suggestions based off of your cycle. So when you first get the app, you tell them your goals. My goal was maintenance and to build a little muscle. I blow in the morning. It will give me suggested macros for the day. So suggested calories, carbs, protein, all of that. You can track your meals and everything you eat in there. And not to throw direct shade, but I love their tracking a million times better than Weight Watchers. I did Weight Watchers a little bit for a couple years ago, and it is just so educational. So you put your meal in and you know exactly how many macros were in your protein source, how much carbs was in your carb. It's just so helpful. So you know each meal, okay, that meal is 500 calories, which, it's fine for a meal, but whoa, it was really heavy in carbs. That's good to know. I might suggest that differently for next time. You can also do readings throughout your day. Say you're a CrossFitter and you want to blow before you do CrossFit. You can tell it, you're about to do a really intense workout and blow. And if you're not burning carbs, it might suggest you to eat some carbs so that you have a good workout. Now, I personally am a Pilates girly, so it never really suggests me do that because lesser intense workouts you don't really necessarily need to adjust your diet for. But it did make it unique to me because I'm trying to maintain my weight after weight loss, and because I'm trying to build a little muscle, it suggests I eat a low carb, high protein diet. And the macros it tracks are excellent. Also, it gives you meal ideas, which I absolutely love. The meal ideas are just like delicious. They're high protein, they're low carb, super helpful to see that in there. I have also used it to see how my body handles the food I eat. So if I eat a decently healthy meal, then, in 2 hours, I might do a reading and see, am I still mainly burning carbs or have I switched back into fat? Ideally, with a really, really healthy metabolism and body, you are successfully going from burning mostly carbs to burning mostly fats, but that doesn't always happen. And the app can give you like specific suggestions to help your body and your metabolism improve. It comes with this little carrying case and the charge lasts forever. Now, I only use mine a couple times a day now that I'm just like strictly in maintenance, but the charge literally lasts forever. So I can just keep it in here and keep it in my purse. I like to just keep it in my purse because I do intermittent fasting, so I don't eat usually until I'm at work. And so I like to do just like a check-in before I break my fast and start eating for the day. Overall, I think this is a very helpful tool. It's been helping me a lot. It is an investment, so I understand it won't be in everybody's price point, but I think it is a nice non-invasive way to be measuring your metabolism and check in with your body throughout your day. It was helpful to me to learn about my body and how it's doing on a GLP-1 and off a GLP-1. I particularly love it for my intermittent fasting journey. If anyone asks me what is in your maintenance toolkit, most of all, it is intermittent fasting. I think that has been so helpful to me as someone who naturally is kind of prone to overeating, to have an eating window and a not eating window and give my body enough time to digest it and then start burning fat again for a couple hours. And I love that I can actually measure that. I can actually measure if it's working. And it's been so interesting to see too how my body metabolizes differently throughout my cycle, since I do get cycles. I just read the book Fast Like a Girl, and it's so true that because of the different hormones in your body that you should kind of tailor your intermittent fasting and your diet accordingly. So like right after your period, you're probably high in estrogen, you can do longer fasts. So, I can go 16 hours sometimes, and so I can check in and I'm definitely burning fat. And then towards the start of my period, my body naturally doesn't want to do longer fasts. It's just harder. It feels a little stressed, so I don't push it. And I am burning more carbs during that period, but it's fine, So I think This has also been very helpful for me as a woman in my health journey. Lumen did provide me my device for free to try it. This is not a sponsored video. This is just my thoughts on it after about 3 months, how I've been enjoying it. If you have any questions about it, feel free to leave it in the comments. Be sure to check out my link and code in the comments. Please give this video a thumbs up if you have not already, and please subscribe. I'd love for you to join my YouTube fan.